Hi guys, so welcome to it's Karina. Welcome to Life of a Mermaid. So happy Tuesday. For some reason, I still feel like it's Wednesday. Like I'm way off on my days and my week. Um, but here again in my car. I told you guys I practically live here. I'm actually at the gym. I have my appointment at 7. So just wanted to get some stuff out of the way. So got here a little early and just waiting for time. But yeah, so today was kind of a weird day, or it started off a little weird. I woke up a little kind of groggy and just, I think, super emotional still, just from everything from last night and yesterday. More than anything, I think it was the video that really got to me. Again, like I said, it was just reliving everything. So I think, it's still kind of like processing everything. So woke up a little groggy. Like I woke up, did some stuff, kind of knocked out for 10 minutes, woke up again. Got up, got to the gym a little later than I normally do, like 5-ish. And I usually, I'm not like 5:20. Usually already like halfway through my workout at that point. But yeah, so it's a little bit of a weird morning. Like I said, I ended up reaching out to friends. We talked to my tribe a little bit. Um, but I think the one thing that really helped a lot was the gym. Like I said, I left it all there in a sense. I went all out, did my workout, and I think it just kind of tapped into my emotions and just kind of left it there. But again, it just started a little kind of off. It was just kind of reliving everything again, just kind of thinking about her. But on the drive to work, I'll talk to them, and then just said like, oh, like I miss you, you know, the, just kind of whatever comes in mind at the point. At that point, like I said in the beginning, there was a lot of anger, resentment, guilt that I would express. Now it's memories, jokes, just whatever comes to mind. Actually, I brought up because I'm like again, it opened up in October for me for the spot that I want to apply to school. So it's like, oh, you would actually be happy, like I'm applying to school this month. To kind of talk to her about that a little bit. Um, but yeah, so again, my morning started a little off, but I left it at the gym, and once I got to work, it's like okay, focus. I have things to do at work, with stuff like that. So I was able to kind of just shift and focus on what I need to focus on in the moment. My day was okay at work. It was really wasn't that busy, so it just kind of again, getting things together, getting things ready, making calls, working on my notes, just your typical basic stuff that I do. Um, and then we had a potluck today for one of my coworkers that's leaving. So that was really nice. I ended up having my lunch beforehand just because I figured there's going to be a lot of delicious but unhealthy food. But I still kind of caved in. I had a little piece of flan and I had one little small slice of pizza. But I always I'm very hard on myself, especially when it comes to the food and the workout and stuff like that. So I reached out, to Drew, and I was like, yeah, like I had this, and I just put just little sad emojis, and then he's like, oh, like it's okay, like it's like it's okay to give yourself a treat. And then I had talked to Sal too, and I was like, yeah, it was really bad. Like, I had this, had that. And then he's like, okay, just look at it as, like you had a little cheat meal, and then, you move forward. Like, he's like, you've been doing good. And it's funny because when he does that, or when, he's like a donut yesterday or whatever, and he was like being really hard on himself. I think a little harder than I am right now. Um, and I was like, hey, babe, like, it's okay. Like, you're doing good. This, not. Like, it's just one. But it's like, it's so easy for me to be supportive of someone else, especially him, but yet if I do the same thing, it's like, oh, like it's okay if you did it, but it's not okay if you did it. And again, I think a lot of us do that in general. I think just as humans, we tend to be a lot nicer to others. It's like we can be in the same situation, do the same thing, but it's like, again, it's okay if they do it, it's not okay when I do it. So I just kind of had to take a moment and just really look at that and okay, if we did the same thing, like why is it okay with him and not okay with yourself? It is okay. Again, you've been working out like crazy. Watch what you're eating, count calories. You cut out so many different stuff from your diet. Like, you're doing amazing. So it's okay if you had one little slice of pizza and one little piece of flan. Like, it's okay, you know? So yeah, so that kind of came up for me today, and I kind of wanted to share that with you guys. You know, because I know that's something that I think a lot of us struggle with too, or like, you know, once like you eat bad, then it's like, oh, you know, I'm gonna just continue, and you know. So again, it happens. It's just, I think, what happens after, you know, keep going, stay on track, keep going with your routine, and keep doing what you're doing. Um, so that's where I'm at. Like I said, I mean, I wasn't gonna let that like take me down back to what it was, but it's still like in the back of my mind, it was still kind of like, oh, like, you know, really. But it's like, no, you know, you've earned it. Again, you deserve a treat. Just, you know, move forward from that. Going forward, you know, we're back on track. So yeah, and then I do have my weigh on Sunday, so we'll see how that goes. But I know I've been doing good. The clothes feels different. I feel great. You know, so I know that I am making progress and I am making changes. Again, I'm just really, really hard on myself when it comes to stuff like that. What else happened today? I called my mom, so we had a really nice phone conversation. Again, just kind of catching up. I think I still feel myself a little weird, but I think it's just, there's a lot of things that I want to address with her, I think, in person. Just kind of the things that we talked, like the letter that I read to her. I think I would like to go a little more in detail and in person about it. Like, you know, like the fact that I'm in therapy, the new program that I'm doing, all that stuff. I think I would rather talk to her in person about. But things are good. Like I said, you know, when I call, I always try to kind of focus just on her, like, you know, just show her that I love her, that I care. So I'll ask her, like, how are you doing? Like, what's going on? You know, how's my dad? You know, how's this? How's that? So yeah, you know, but again, if for the relationship to really shift or change, like, I know, you know, I also need to share about myself and then kind of go from there. And, you know, I think as in the past, like, if I had asked questions, you know, it was always kind of weird for me. So again, I want to make it okay for her to ask questions if she wants to. And then again, us having that open dialogue and communication between us and to be able to share about, you know, our lives in general. So yeah, so that kind of that was kind of it with that. Um, I was talking to my buddy today. We're just kind of back and forth texting and just goofing around. Like I was telling him, I was like, I feel like I am my inner child. Like I'm Karinita when I'm with you, you know. And he's like, why? And he's 15. It's part of my tribe thing. And I was like, yeah. I was like, I don't know. I think when you're just being yourself, you know, which he's a total smart ass and funny and really smart kid. I was like, I don't know. I was like, I just feel, you know, like myself, and you know, like my inner child comes out, and I'm just goofy, and you know, I was like, I'm just fun, and I don't know. But yeah, we're just kind of goofing around, joking around, sending each other like weird selfies and playing paper scissors rocks via like pictures. So that was fun, you know, and again, just kind of reminds me to like have fun and be in the moment, and you know, kind of reminds me, like, you know, just to be young and stuff, that you can still tap into that even if you feel old. Even if I'm not that old, I know that, but you know, it is what it is. um yeah, so that happened. What else? um that's kind of it as far as my day goes. As far as a topic, oh, well, something. Well, I guess we'll kind of talk about this today. So I got to post. Well, I got to tap into my inner child last night. And you know, it was to the picture that I shared on both Instagram and Facebook, was of me, you know, wearing a little two-piece bathing suit, and you know, I have my little tummy. I was about one, maybe one and a half, one, you know, one and a couple and months, or maybe closer to, I don't know. But you know, wearing a little two-piece, and I'm just like, you know, looking that way, and you know, my little pancita's out. um but yeah, so when I had shared it, you know, I had said, like, you know, again, bringing my inner child out into the world, I had said, you know, this is Karinita, like, you know, she's wild, she's carefree, she's, you know, like confident, like, you know, and it was funny because like looking back, like all, like a lot of my childhood pictures, I'm wearing like little crop tops, of course, with my pancita out, or I'm wearing where I made it into a crop top myself. And it was just funny because it's just like that's who I was. Like, I mean, a lot of my pictures, and my sisters will remember, like, yeah, like you fucking didn't care. You're always like showing off your body. And it's kind of funny and sad, but I think as I got older, kind of like, at least with the tummy, I stopped. Obviously, I had a bit of boobs and stuff like that, so I kind of show that. But after like, what happened and stuff like that, I think I stopped. Then I went more with the loose clothes. Just t-shirts in general type thing. Just didn't feel comfortable really showing off any part of my body. And then obviously the more I had gained weight, I think, I just kept hiding behind the loose clothes. But it was more of like, I think because I was upset at myself that I was letting myself gain the weight, but yet I wasn't doing anything about it. So it was just more like kind of just hiding it in a sense, but I think it was more of myself. And again, I loving myself and my body has been an ongoing battle. It's, up and down. Like, I mean, at the end of the day, it's like, yeah, I do love myself. I think just the part that I struggle with, I think it's the unconditional part. I can say up until now, I'm relearning to be there for myself and love myself, regardless. And again, and I think a lot of it too, or at least for myself, what it was is just letting society's standards and ideas, get in my mind or get to me. But it's like, fuck your beauty standards. Like, I have my own, and I am beautiful, I am sexy, I am worthy, and, like, yeah, like, my body does look good, like, everyone has their own taste, but it's like, to me, it looks good. To my husband, it looks good. I'm sure to other people it looks good, just that, it's not gonna happen, but hey, they can appreciate it. But yeah, so just that kind of has been on my mind, that sometimes I feel like people might perceive me like I don't, or like, but I think it's, for me, it's that, I do, that I, up until now, I had let society and other things get in my head. But it's kind of like, no, fuck you, like, I'm gonna own my stuff. I'm gonna own me, and myself. And like I said, I am beautiful. I am worthy. I am sexy. So I'm sticking with that. So last night, like I said, I got to tap into my inner child. I actually have a 2-piece bathing suit, which I had posted the picture, on Instagram before I went to Vegas. But it's more like, it's like high, so it goes up to here. So you can only see like that much. So I actually ended up rolling it down. And I, wore it like that. And then, we did like a little shoot. We did, initially we did the picture again, reenacting that picture. But then I ended up taking a few other ones and just kind of modeled and went with it. And I had so much fun. Like I was telling, Sal, I was like, this was actually really fun. And, I was like, I had a good time. And then, again, I shared the picture with my tribe, and then I shared the picture in my social media. And I think more than anything, it was sharing it with my tribe. But then again, I was like, you know what? They've been nothing but supportive, first of all. And again, it's like, if I'm going to share it on social media, and it's people that I know, people that I don't know per se, like, what's scary about the people that you do know, but yeah, so that was, if anything, the part that I was kind of a little bit like, ooh, but then I was like, oh, what the fuck, go for it anyways, and I just send it. But yeah, so that was kind of on my mind, that I sometimes I get the feeling that people feel that, or I get the vibe, that people believe that I don't love myself, or that I struggle with that. And like I said, I do love myself. I think if anything, it's the unconditional love part. But even then, it's like, when I'm having those moments, I still like myself. And again, it's usually when I let society's thoughts get to me or get in my head, and that's, kind of when it spirals from there. But like I said, that's kind of up until now. Like, I've been learning just to shift, and again, let that stuff go. Like, that has nothing to do with me. I need to focus on myself, and I need to, I'm gonna go from, what's going to help me, what's going to benefit me, what thoughts are going to help me get to where I need to be or where I want to be. And, that's what I'm doing. I'm focusing on myself, focusing on what's going to help me. So yeah, so I just kind of want to share that. But again, I'm letting that go as well. Because people can believe what they want. They can have, their experience of me. That's their experience. If anything, I can just be more aware of how I show up to certain people. But other than that, I know who I am, I know what I am, and I know what I'm living for. I know how I feel, I know what I think. So, at the end of the day, that's ultimately what matters. But yeah, so I had a fun experience. Like I said, taking the pictures, I posted them on my Instagram. And yeah, it was just a really fun activity to do. You know, just to kind of do that and stuff like that. But yeah, so just self-confidence in general kind of had been on my mind. I think just, again, processing and thinking about the activity last night and just things and kind of that have happened in general. Certain comments that have been made or whatever. But yeah, like I said, I'm shifting, I'm focusing on myself. And again, I'm working out and doing all this, not so much, to be thinner, but it is just to be healthy. Like I think I shared with you guys before, like I want to have kids. So it's like I need, I want to be able to like run and play with them and do things like that. And it's like, I'm 32, by the time I have kids, I'll probably be a lot older than that. I know you're judging me and I don't care. Like I'll be a lot older than that. And it's like, I'm not going to be young. So it's like, I need to at least be physically able to run and be there for my kids and do things, and not just that, but again, like the having a labor part, the fact that I would be older already is putting risk on my body and the future babies and whatnot. So yeah, so that's really the reasons why I'm doing it. It's more for my health, more than anything. But again, we all have our different motivations. We all have something that pushes us forward, and that's what pushes me forward. It's just to be healthier and to be a better version of myself and be a healthier version of myself. So yeah, so again, nothing much on my mind today. No specific topic. That was really the main things I kind of wanted to talk about and bring out. So again, thank you guys for your support. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, feel free to ask. If not, I will see you next time.